Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Friends, before going into the details of the war, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell. Please support by subscribing and turning on the notification bell. We are a strong community. Ukraine Defense Minister estimated size of invaders' troops in Kherson region. Alexei Reznikov, Minister of Defense of Ukraine, expressed a view on how many Russian invaders are in the Kherson region and how long it takes them to withdraw. In his comment to a Reuters news agency, he stated the Russian Federation has 40,000 troops in the Kherson region, according to RFE/RL. The Russian invaders still have forces in Kherson, around the city and on the west bank of the Dnipro River, despite the recent announcement of a retreat. According to the minister, Russia will need at least 1 week to withdraw its troops from Kherson. It is not so easy to withdraw these troops from Kherson in 1 or 2 days. At least, it will take 1 week, he said, noting that it is difficult to predict Russia's actions and that Kyiv is focused on its own plan. Reznikov suggested that Russia, due to its withdrawal, could strengthen its units in the neighboring Zaporizhia region, which was also partially occupied for several months. As previously reported, on November 9, the Russian command announced a retreat from the right bank of the Kherson region in the city of Kherson. The commander of Russian troops in the Kherson region, Sergei Surovikin, suggested to the Minister of Defense of the Russian Federation to leave the right bank part of the region in Kherson. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu agreed with Surovikin's proposition. Surovikin said that in the current conditions, Kherson and nearby settlements cannot be fully supplied. The armed forces of the Russian Federation destroyed several bridges in the occupied territory of the Mykolaiv and Kherson regions. On November 10, the General Staff reported that they could neither deny nor confirm the withdrawal of Russian troops from the Kherson region. The Ukrainian military continues to perform its work and the offensive operation in the south is proceeding according to the plan of the armed forces of Ukraine. Late yesterday evening, the President of Ukraine Volodymyr Zelensky announced that during the counteroffensive actions, the Ukrainian military liberated 41 settlements in the south of Ukraine. Also, a video appeared on the network where the Ukrainian military announced the liberation of the village of Snihurivka in the Mykolaiv region. Italy is considering donating a SAM system to Ukraine. Rome, $1 equals 0.97 euros. Our source in Italy says that the government in Rome is discussing a donation to Kyiv. It is about the SAM-T surface-to-air anti-aircraft missile system. The information at the moment is an assumption based on comments among the political circles in Rome after the inauguration of the new government of Italy with Prime Minister Mrs. Giorgia Meloni. BulgarianMilitary.com recalls that yesterday Spain decided to deliver another anti-aircraft missile system to Ukraine, Raytheon MIM-23 Hawk. As many international analysts and military experts say, Ukraine needs an air defense system that can successfully reflect Russian air attacks and bombings carried out by the warplanes of the Russian Air and Space Forces, VKS. Many times the President of Ukraine Mr. Volodymyr Zelensky has also asked for similar help from the Allies. SAM-T is a European anti-aircraft missile system manufactured and supplied by the Eurosam company. This is a joint venture between MBDA France, Thales France, and MBDA Italy. For this system to be donated from Italy to Ukraine, Rome must request permission from Paris. The question remains whether France will allow Italy to send this missile system to Ukraine. BulgarianMilitary.com recalls that France once denied that the SAM-TP ended up in Ukraine, saying that it was a misunderstanding, and Paris had no intention of sending this air defense system to the front. SAM-T is a surface-to-air medium-range, land-based system. It is also known under the name Aster-30. The system works as a network of radars, with an integrated 3D phased array radar. The manufacturer says that this particular radar is highly effective against enemy aircraft, tactical ballistic missiles, standoff missiles, cruise missiles, or anti-radiation missiles. SAM SAMP-T can intercept enemy air objects at a distance of 600 kilometers from the geolocation of the anti-aircraft missile system. However, the operational range of the Aster-30 Block 1 missile launched by SAMP-T is up to 150 kilometers. The Aster-30 reaches a maximum flight speed of Mach 4.5 and can fly at a maximum altitude of 20 kilometers. The missile's guidance system is built as a combination of inertial guidance with uplink plus an active RF seeker. If the rumors turn out to be true and Italy sends the SAMP-T, it will significantly improve Ukraine's anti-aircraft capabilities. Although the skies above Ukraine are mostly dominated by Russia at a ratio of 10-1, it is the air defense systems of the Ukrainian armed forces that are the reason why Russian aircraft do not have air superiority. Italy is one of the European countries that provide Ukraine with military aid, supplying weapons. Italy supplied the Ukrainians with Milan portable anti-tank missile systems some time ago. This happened in April this year, and a month later it sent its Fh-70 towed howitzers to Ukraine. Russians are urgently rescuing themselves on ships from the right bank Kherson region. November 11, 2022 to 11:15. The invaders are escaping from the right bank of the Kherson region, using any watercraft they can find. Now the enemy continues maneuvers to move units and equipment between the two banks of the Dnipro. Arranges defense lines on the left bank, conducts shelling of our positions on the right bank. The defense forces are continuing to advance the front line closer to the left bank. The enemy troops are urgently packing into watercraft that seem suitable for crossing and are trying to escape by running away, the OC, Pivden, reported. At the same time, during the occupation, the Russians themselves stole the vessels in the Kherson region, and those they could not take with them were blown up. Ukrainian troops reclaimed dozens of towns from Russian control. Close in on Kherson by Tom Baumfirth, Max Hunder and Jonathan Lande. Kyiv, frontline north of Kherson, Ukraine. Reuters. Ukrainian troops have reclaimed dozens of landmine-littered settlements abandoned by Russian forces in southern Ukraine, officials said, the day after Moscow announced its withdrawal from the strategic capital city of Kherson province. There were indications on Thursday night that Ukrainian forces were getting closer to the city of Kherson, a port at the mouth of the Dnipro River, said a Ukrainian military analyst and a media commentator. It would take a minimum of 1 week for Russia to pull out of Kherson city, Ukraine's defense minister Alexei Reznikov told Reuters in an interview on Thursday. Russia still had 40,000 troops in the region and intelligence showed its forces remained in and around the city, Reznikov said. Russia announced on Wednesday it would withdraw from the west bank of the Dnipro that includes Kherson, the only regional capital Moscow has captured since invading Ukraine in February. The withdrawal would be the third time the smaller Ukrainian military has pushed back the Russians, who were thwarted in the north in March from taking the capital Kyiv. Then in September, Ukrainian troops ousted Russian occupying forces from the northeastern region of Kharkiv. Kherson province is one of 4 that Russian President Vladimir Putin claimed to have annexed in late September and that most countries condemned as illegal. U.S. President Joe Biden welcomed news of the Russian withdrawal on Wednesday, but on Thursday played down any suggestion of a near-term resolution to the war. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. See you in the next video.